My name is Sam Sloan. I'm a candidate for President of the United States. I want to mention about ISIS. Of course, I've read the reports that everybody else has read about the terrible things that ISIS is doing. For example, the Kurdish group that they are attacking, all the young boys are like 11 years old and older, they kill them, and all the young girls, they marry them or rape them, and it's just horrible, terrible things. At least the girls are better off than the boys, because the boys are killed and the girls are only raped, I suppose. That's not a very politically correct way to say, but it's just terrible, awful what's going on. And naturally, I would like to send our troops over there and wipe out ISIS. But unfortunately, this is not really a practical solution, because even if we went over and killed all the ISIS fighters, there would be a new ISIS. ISIS maybe were gone, and there would be another group coming. The problem is that these people have an ideology. The ideology will not disappear. There will be more people with the same ideology. First was Taliban, that was the first group. Then we had Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda sort of superseded Taliban. Taliban is sort of in the background now. Now ISIS is coming at Taliban. ISIS is the Al-Qaeda is fighting against ISIS. Now I just want to mention what the basis for ISIS is. The ISIS does have an ideology. They're not a bunch of crazy people. What their ideology is this. Originally, when Muhammad died, there were two groups. One group said that Muhammad willed his kingdom, his Islamic kingdom, to his daughter, whose name was Fatima, and to his son-in-law, whose name was Ali. And then, when Ali died, the next ruler of Islam was Hussein, and then the ruler after that was Hassan, and then Imam Jafar came along, and there was a split between whether Imam Jafar's oldest son would be the next ruler, or his oldest grandson, or his second son would be the next imam, and that's why you have different branches of Shias. The tenors in Iran who believe in the disappearing imam, who's the 10th imam, or you have the Ismailis who believe that the current ruler is a horse race dealer in Switzerland named the Aga Khan. Okay, that's one group, but the predominant group is the group which said that when Muhammad died, he left his Quran. He didn't will his kingdom to anybody, and everybody can read the Quran and make their own interpretation. So the Sunni group is the majority group. Now ISIS, then the Islamic world was ruled by a caliph, and the caliph was based in Istanbul, Turkey, and he was the ruler of the whole Islamic world, which included Bulgaria, Hungary, Romania, and all the way down to Arabia and Egypt, and the whole Muslim world, Arabic world, was ruled by the caliph. Now, the reason why they fought in World War II, Turkey, the Ottoman Empire, which is ruled by the caliph, fought in World War II, and they lost. They sided with the Germans. They lost the war, and it was divided up into the countries. Turkey being the biggest country, Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary. All these countries became independent countries. Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Bahrain, all these countries became independent because the Ottoman Empire lost World War II. What the ISIS wants to do, or what they advocate, is reestablishing the Ottoman Empire, basically, which would be ruled by their caliph, who would be al-Baghdadi, that he would be the ruler of the caliph. And so they want to conquer all these countries, reconquer them, and reestablish basically the Ottoman Empire. That's what their ideology is. They're not a bunch of crazies. They have a point. They have a valid point. And we have to be able to address that valid point. We have to, the idea of sending a whole bunch of troops in, killing them all right away, and that would solve the problem. No, it will not solve the problem, because another group will come. Some other group will come with the same idea that they have and do the same thing again. So we have to address the problem, and the solution is not to just try to kill a bunch of people. So that's what I have to say. I don't have the answer to the problem, but I just have to say that sending ground troops in to kill them all and get a bunch of our people killed, including my sons. Remember that I have two sons and a daughter in the military. They will be the ones going fighting. I don't see any other candidate for president who actually has children actively in the military who are actually going over there and doing the fighting. I'm the only one who actually has his own children fighting this war, and I want to make sure they don't go and fight that war. They stay home in America, because they're gung-ho. They want to go. They're volunteering to go over there and fight. But I'm trying to prevent them from going by getting elected president of the United States, make sure nobody goes over from our side and fights in these wars.